What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. We've been asked quite a lot lately on how easy are the 18 and 20 inch Revvis to build. So today I'm going to show you a full step-by-step guide on how to build the Revvi 18 inch electric bike straight from the box to ready to ride. This process will also apply to the bigger 20 inch model, and everything is the same. You're just going to have a slightly bigger frame, slightly bigger wheels. So you want to open up the box, a pair of scissors or a Stanley knife to do the job. So you'll get this pack in there. This has got all your bits in. Have your charger, your side stand, bar pads, number boards, your toolkit, which is important. You're going to need your toolkit to build this. So yeah, that's all your bits and bats. Then the bike comes pretty much pre-built apart from the front wheel and the handlebars. You just want to lift the bike out complete. Place it nice and gently on the floor. Remove the Revvi bike. It's going to look just like this. So you want to just snip all the cable ties off, get your front wheel off, get all the padding off, and then just start the build from there. So we'll make a start on that now. There is a couple of ways to build these, different orders, but I've built quite a few of these now, so I'll just do it the way that I do them. So first of all, you get your bike, put your forks nice and straight so it'll balance like that, because not everyone has a stand at home, I know that. So get a bit of the old polystyrene from in the box just to put under them forks there, just to stop them from scratching on the floor if you've got a hard floor or anything. And then the first step is we're going to stick the seat post in, so just pull that open. It's on like a quick release. Stick that in there. So you want to get that nice and straight in line with your frame, and obviously depending on the height of the child, you can have it at its lowest, or obviously there'll be a line on the bottom there to show its maximum height. So set it somewhere around where you fancy, and if it's too slack, just tighten it up a little bit and go again with the like that. So seats on, clip this off the stem here. So the next job is to get the handlebars on. Now the handlebars won't fit on there because these forks are too high up, so first of all you need to loosen off the clamps and drop the forks a little bit there. So just get your toolkit, find the correct Allen key, loosen off them clamps. So you'll be top clamp here, and then you've got the bottom nut here. So I'll loosen the bottom bolt and the top, and they will just push through like that. Depending again how far you push them through, depending on the height of the kid. So if you're struggling to touch the floor, I recommend just putting them just so you can just get the bars in. If he's quite a big lad, push the forks all the way through so they flush. I recommend doing the compression leg first because there's no spring in there, so that'll just push down easily. All you need to do is adjust that so it's in line. Make sure both sides have the same kind of gap at the top there. You don't want them uneven. On there, and then once you're happy with that, just tighten them back up, and now you can see we've got enough clearance to fit the bars in now, and we'll make a start with that. Next step is to remove this top clamp here, so just loosen them off. Once you've took that off, you're ready to get your handlebars. So your handlebars will be in the box. So if we grab them now, make sure your bars are the right way around. Get the nice and central there with the clamp. And then you just want to put the top clamp back on, like so. Tighten that up. set the bars how you like them. Some prefer them further back, further forward. As a general rule, nice and straight, in line with the forks. That's the neutral best position. So set them how you prefer them. Once you're happy with that, when you tighten them, you want to tighten them in an X style pattern. So it's not just doing one side then the other, so you're alternating. And that'll just allow you to apply the load nice and evenly and not get any cross-threaded bolts or anything. So once you've done that, you've got the throttle cable that comes down here. You can see there's a nice bit of green there, so all we want to do is match that green up to this little green here. Don't know if you can see on the video, but there is a little notch to line up with the notch on there. So plug them in, pretty straightforward. Once you get them nice and lined up, they'll just plug together like that. Next step is to fit the brakes. So your brakes will just be down here near the front forks. You might have to just take the cable ties off there. So we'll just release them now. All these is just one bolt there. So loosen that, open the clamp up, put it on the bar, tighten it back up. So we'll do that now. Clamp it around the bar. Get it so obviously the kid's finger's going to be able to, you know, grab it, so you're not too far away, you're not too close. Get it nice and leveled. You can always adjust the levers at the end once you've got all the wheeling and everything, but just get it somewhere nice and level. Feels quite a natural feel. You don't want them up there, and you don't want to have to be leaning down for them. Once you're happy with the height of the levers, just tighten them up. Don't welly these up too tight, because you do want them to move if the kid has a big crash, but you don't want them to flex just by pressure of your fingers. So don't welly them up. They are only little bolts. Don't be swinging on the Allen key or anything daft like that. Okay, so once you've got your handlebars, your forks have been lowered, brakes are on there, you plug your throttle in. You'll also have a little bar pad which goes on here, which will be in your box. Once you've done that, you want to flip the bike over onto the bars on the seat. Again, put a little bit of polystyrene under the seat just to stop any scratches. The front mud guard, which will be in the box, we'll get that now, and better sticking that on before we get the front wheel in there. And that just sits on there like so. And then the bolt and the nut will be in there, so if you take that out, push it through. Okay, so now we're going to stick the front wheel in. This little plastic bar here, that's just a spacer protector, so that'll just pop straight out. So I'll get rid of that. A little plastic spacer there in the brake pads just to stop you squashing the pads. So that'll just pull out there like that. So once that's out, you want to get your front wheel. Make sure that you line up the disc to the disc side. Get your disc into your pads like so. You might need to loosen off the nuts a bit just to fit the wheel in. So make sure your disc is lined up with your pads. Slide your front wheel in there. Make sure the washer's there onto the outside, so they're going to clamp in. Tighten them up finger tight like that. Make sure your wheel runs free. Then you just want to get the tool from the toolkit. This nice spanner here, so you want to get that. Nip up both sides evenly. Tightened up both of them. Make sure your wheel spins freely. We're all sorted. Whilst you do have your bike upside down, this is a good time to fit the side stand. So if you get that out of your box, you'll get your side stand. It'll come with the bolt already in there. And all you've got to do, line it up with a hole in the frame. Once you've tightened that up, just give the stand a quick little check, make sure it's working correctly, you haven't put it on the wrong way around or anything daft. So that's when it's up, that's when the bike's on the stand. So it's working all good, there's no movement, it's nice and tight, everything's good there. And now you've got the side stand there, so you can put that down, work on the bike on the side stand. So you don't need to put the bike on a stand, you don't need any fancy equipment, you can just do this from home. There's one last thing to do before we remove all the polystyrene, and that's just to stick the front number board on. So there's a bolt there, remove that, get your front number board out of the pack and bolt that on. So we'll do that now. I'm going to stick that straight on here, just get your Allen key, remove this bolt here. In the box you'll get plenty of letters, plenty of numbers, so you can put your favourite number on, your kid's name on there, they can do what they like, plenty there to play about with. Don't know if you can see it, but there's a routing cable there, so make sure the cable's in that. I've had a couple come without that in, so make sure that goes on there. That'll just stop the front brake cable from catching in the front wheel. So all that's left to do now is we just need to remove all this polystyrene and we're good to go. So if you do want to remove the battery, you just take off this base plate here, there's two hand tight screws, take that off, just pull the little tab out, twist that and it just slides straight out. Now you can charge the battery in two ways. You've either got the port underneath there, what you can see, or you can charge it directly to the battery. So if you have a spare battery, we do sell the spare batteries as well. You can charge one battery whilst you've got the other one in the bike and keep switching them over, sort of thing. So okay, so once you've built your bike, before you ride the bike, I just do a quick safety check. Check all the nuts and bolts are tight, even the ones you've not fit. This just includes like the handlebars, the disc brake calipers, shock bolts, all things like that. Check both of the brakes work properly, so this, you know, they're positive, they're not spongy, and just spin the wheels, make sure they're working. Tyres, check the tyre condition, make sure they're not too soft. Roughly should have about 25 psi in there. And again, just make sure the battery's fully locked in properly, it's not going to slide out, and that you've got the protection metal plate on there. The bike on with this switch here and it'll tell you how charged the battery is. So we're currently on 2 out of 3 bars. Check the throttle response is working. So you know you've plugged the throttle in all okay. Then you've got the 3 settings in here. You've got low, medium, high. Depending how confident the rider is, I recommend starting it on the low setting. Once they get a bit more confident, you can up that speed there. So yeah, once you're all built up, you've done all your checks, you're ready to go. Hop on, side stand up, and off you pop. But yeah, if you've liked this video and it's helped you, just give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and any questions, just drop them in the comments below. We'll be uploading more riding tips and doing more videos on some of the other Revvies, so if there's something you'd like to see, just let us know in the comments. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.